I'm Emmanuel and welcome back to my gaming table and welcome back to my next playthrough where I will be playing Ceres. And this game does have a solo mode, and I'm not going to explain how to play the game. However, looking on YouTube, I haven't found any videos explaining how the Automa works. So I will give a few explanations about that so that you know how the Automa works. Well, first of all, the Automa comes with its own board, and the Automa has fixed actions for each of these colors. It's limited to 20 coins, 8 alloy, and 12 influence, as it says over here. The Automa I will be playing with is Rhea, and Rhea has an income of 3 coins, 2 influence, and 1 alloy. Rhea has her own action deck over here, which is made up, as you'll see as the game progresses, it'll tell me what action Rhea wants to do. And when Rhea has multiple choices, we're going to use this deck over here to make the decision as to which choice Rhea will take. This deck is shuffled at the end of every round, but this deck is reshuffled at the end of every turn. The differences in setup with the Automa is that the Automa, it wasn't very clear in the rules, but I'm assuming the Automa will start as if it was the second player. So the Automa always goes second. I'm playing yellow. The Automa is going to be playing white. And the setup is the same as a 2-player board. So some of these spaces here have been covered because we only have access to 3. The Automa does not start with a probe in the launch complex. And I did start the Automa with $3, 3 credits, just as if they were a second player. As well, the Automa will not use a resource track. They pay for everything either in credits or in alloy. I have the Automa rules here. You'll see me in the rules of the game over here. You'll see me referring to them often in the game, just for clarification, because I've played a couple of games, but I never remember which of these actions are paid with alloy and which of these actions are paid with credits. But if we look over here, well, you'll see as the game goes, but I'll be consulting these quite often to see what the Automa what action the Automa will be performing. I'm going to try to keep these videos to about 10 minutes thereabouts, and so I will most likely not be doing a full round. The game is played over the course of 3 rounds, and the highest score wins at the end of 3 rounds. So let's get to it. And Phase 1 is the asteroid phase. This has already been randomly spun, these wheels, but the very first thing we do is we spin these wheels over here. There we go. Phase 2 is income. Income is over here, so I will be getting 2 ore, 1 ice. Now there is a different, in the game, there's a clear cube for the ice, but I thought that the white disc does show up a little bit better than the clear cube, so I'm going to be using a white disc for ice. And we get 1 power, 1 advanced ceramics, 1 influence, and 2 credits. The Automa will receive her 3 credits, 1 alloy, and 2 influence. There is a harder level for the Automa that we can play as well. She is the normal level, and if you bought the Kickstarter expansions like I did when I got this game from Kickstarter, there are also some add-ons with extremely difficult Automas as well. So we are ready for our first turn. Let's look at the board really quickly. We could see the upcoming ships have 2 green workers, 2 blue workers, and 2 red workers. There are no extra gray workers coming out. So that will give us an indication as to where we should be focusing our attention. Looking at the settlement projects over there, the easiest one, well, there seems to be one that's easy that requires 4 credits and 3 advanced ceramics. There's also a 6.1 over there that requires 6 ore and 2 credits. Let's see what we want to do. Let's look at the asteroid placement. Now, right now we only have access to the first ring. These first 2 sectors of the ring. To cross dotted lines over here will cost us 1 ice, as is indicated on the card over here. To cross the solid white line, it'll cost 3 ice. And to cross the hashed line in the center over here will cost 5 ice. We only have 1 ice to begin. Let's have a quick look at the construction yard, what there is over there. Receiving alloy is very nice. Influence and ice and energy, all of these are really, really good, but we don't have any alloy. It requires alloy to build, so let's see what we can do. For our first action, what we're going to do is we're going to go take a gray worker and put him on our gray, at the gray out station, and we're going to be receiving 4 ore. From 2 goes to 6, and we get to launch from the complex. By the way, the maximum you are ever able to accumulate is 12, so anything beyond 12 is lost. And so for the launch, we're going to launch, we can go to any one of the bottom ones over here. If we choose to pay our ice over here, we can go ahead and cross this dashed line into either of those sections. Let's see what there is over there to get. I like advanced ceramic is fine, but I like getting energy as well. I think we're going to go ahead and pay 1 ice to cross this border over here, and we're going to come over here to the energy, to Nemesis over here. It gives us 2 energy and 2 victory points. So we're going to land there. We immediately get the 2 energy. We immediately get 2 victory points. We start at 0. There's the 2 points. And now it is over to the Automa. So their card is going to be the gray card. So much like us, they're going to grab the gray worker, put the gray worker over here, and they launch. And the way that it works for the Automa is that they get 1 out of their supply and they access the rings. But which ring will they access? We're going to look at this space over here. They're going to be accessing the outer ring as indicated by the yellow over here. And they have a total of 6 credits. So they will take the most expensive spot on these 2 outer rings and pay in credits for the victory points. So this one is 6 victory points. That one is 6 victory points. So we're going to look at the bottom over here. They're going to start from the right and go left. So they're going to claim this one over here for 6 victory points. And the Automa pays 6 credits. And they score 6 victory points, and they are already in the lead. This gets reshuffled. So now you know how it works for gray. And it's back over to us. Now our plan here, my plan was to get the ore so that we could go ahead and possibly score one of those objectives over there. And let's go ahead, and I don't know if that's wise. I don't think we're going to go ahead and score those at this early point in the game. Let's go ahead and do construction over here. Grab a blue worker. We're going to do construction. We're going to get 2 ceramics. And then if we don't have any ice to pay for this one over here, but we can construct twice. And for the construction, if we pay 2 ore, we can get an alloy. And if we pay 1 each of an ore, ceramic and energy, we can build another probe. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend 4 ore to get 2 alloy. That allows us to construct these things in the yard. And then we're going to pay 1 of each over here to construct another probe. And that'll be our turn. over to the Automa. The Automa is doing the red action. Takes a red worker, puts it on the red action. Now the red action, this is going to the research programs. Now the way that works as well is that the Automa is going to try to pay alloy equal to the number of energy there to upgrade on one of those tracks. But they only have one alloy. They cannot upgrade there. So what happens is when they cannot perform the action, instead they will receive income. So the Automa will receive 3 credits, 1 alloy, and 2 influence in the AMAC Council. Back over to us. Another thing I want to do is I intend on constructing. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go to the research programs and upgrade my construction track there. So let's go over here right away to the red action, grab the worker over here. We will get 2 energy and we can go to the research track. I want to upgrade this one over here, costing 2 energy. And we get 1 victory point. And this gives us the capacity to get the reward on the card an extra time, which means that if we're building a new outstation, we get the reward twice, and if we're doing an upgrade, we only get we would get the reward once. As you can see over here, if you're building a new outstation, you get the reward once. This would give us the reward twice. And if we're building an upgrade, we normally don't get the production, but in this case, we do get the production. So over to the Automa, and the Automa will be doing a blue action. So far, we've only been seeing colored actions from the Automa. So the Automa does the blue action. That is the income action. The Automa gets 3 credits, 1 alloy, and 2 influence. There we go. Back over to us. Now I think it is time to use one of our leaders and go into the construction yard, and we are going to construct an outbuilding. So what do we want to do? I like the energy card. I like the ice card. If I build the gray building first, I'll have another gray building over here, but we're going to be limited in the number of workers to the 2 that comes in the basic living quarters, because none of the ships have any additional gray workers, but there are additional red workers. So I think it would be wise to build the red one first and build the gray one as an upgrade to the red. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pay 1 alloy and 1 ceramic, 1 alloy and 1 ceramic. We're going to score 2 victory points, and we're going to build this building over here. Now, when we build the building as a new facility, we get the reward once, and because of this, we get the reward twice. So we get 2 energy back, and that is our turn. We're going to end today's video with the Automa's turn, and the Automa here is one of the cards that we haven't seen yet. This is going to the construction yards. I forgot to refill this card over here. Now, for the construction yards, let me do a quick review. So the construction yards, it grabs one of its leader tokens in the construction yard, and it will try to construct the most expensive card that it can, paying fully in alloys. So any requirements for ceramics are converted to alloys. So he has 3 alloys. He can build this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. The one worth the most points is the 4-point card over here. So there is no debate. He will be building the 4-point card over here. It'll pay 3 alloy, or she will, because Rhea seems to be female. And she will score 4 victory points, bringing her to a total of 10. And this card immediately gets shuffled into the deck, allowing for the Automa to take an additional red action in the future. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough. If you are, I always appreciate a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, click on my logo that appears on the screen over here to subscribe to my channel. And up here on the left side, you'll see 2 links to playthroughs of other games on my channel. I'll see you tomorrow for the continuation of this playthrough. Thanks for watching.